Well, hello, 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 and happy, happy, happy Sunday. It is Sunday, just about 9:33 p.m. Eastern. Super excited to be here. Want to start off by saying Happy Lunar New Year. It is Water Rabbit Year. Well, what does that all mean for each and every one of us? It means we're in motion. We are in motion. Super excited to be here with you this evening. I'm just going to check to see that I am streaming where I need to be streaming, and then we're going to dive right into our topic for the night. So let me just check, make sure I am where I need to be. And theoretically, I should be on YouTube. So let's find out if I am. So hold on. Let's check it out. I am apparently streaming live on YouTube. So for everybody who is there, oops, just send me a thumbs up, share it out, let everybody know that I'm here. I'd appreciate that. If you have not subscribed to my page, please go ahead and do so. I'd appreciate that too. And then I'm going to dive in to see that we are streaming on Twitter. Twitter. Are we on Twitter? Twitter. Let's check it out. Here we go. On Twitter as well. So for those who are watching on Twitter, put the hearts in there for me. Leave your comments as well. And then to finish it off, we're going to land right on my page, good old Facebook. And perhaps some of you might still be awake. Some of you might just be getting awake, starting your day off, whatever the case is. So I'm just going to holler some of you in. If you're here, that's great. And if you're not, understandable that you might actually be sleeping. That's all good. I will have my Facebook page on so I can actually see if you are here. Not sure though if I'm going to be able to see comments, but let's see what happens in any case. So again, super excited to be here with you this evening. Tonight I will be sharing the Lunar New Year cosmic forecast. And what does that actually look like? For us, it means that I'm going to be pulling cards for all 12 zodiac signs. I'm still trying to get some insight on whether or not I'm going to be doing a 3-card pull for each zodiac sign, or if we're going to be keeping it to a 1-card pull. I think a lot of that's going to be determined based on the insight I share with each and every one of you tonight. So to start off with, along with Chinese Lunar New Year, that is, the water rabbit, it is about momentum. And what's helping us to have more momentum? Well, our good old planets. Our good old planets are helping us because as of this evening, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, I think it was exactly 5:30, maybe a little bit later. Actually, no, now that I think about it, it was 5. It was a very weird number that added up to a 10. Trying to remember what that number actually was. 5:59 was the time that Uranus, our planet of the awakening, I like to refer to the planet of the midlife crisis. Why do I refer to the planet of the midlife crisis? Well, because when Uranus goes retrograde, it brings us back and it creates an evolution where we work on becoming awake, and most of us experience confusion in regards to where we are in our life. And depending on where Uranus sits on your personal chart, will then give you a story. Currently, the collective energy, Uranus is in Taurus energy, which is about our physical and material possessions, and also the relationships we have with one another, and of course, money. Yes. And then in addition to that, as of now, we have 0 planets sitting in retrograde. In the last week and a half, 2 weeks, we've had Mars go direct, we've had Mercury go direct, and now to follow, here we are with Uranus going direct. So there's a lot of momentum helping us to push through. What I like to do with the card readings is help you clear whatever stagnation you might be feeling in your chakra system. And when I speak of the chakra system, I'm speaking of the 7 primary chakras, starting from the crown, working its way down the third eye, to throat, to the high heart, to the center heart, to the solar plex, to sacral, into the root chakra. Therefore, you'll have up to 8 different colors that you might be working with, depending on, again, whether I'm going to be doing a 3 card for each zodiac sign, or if there's going to be one. But in any case, however this lands for us tonight, know that you'll have up to at least if we do a 1 card reading for each zodiac sign, which is what I'm actually hearing right now, and that's confirming it for me, 1 card for each zodiac sign, which means if you have 3 different zodiac signs related to your major elements, sun, moon, rising, you're going to be working with 3 different cards, which hopefully you'll have 3 different chakras to work on. Maybe not though, depending. Now, if you happen to be what I like to call a triple threat, which means you have sun, moon, and rising in one zodiac sign, then you're going to literally have 1 card to work with. And of course, if you have maybe sun rising in the same zodiac sign, but your moon's in a different, then you'll be working with 2 cards, hopefully 2 different chakras as well. If in case you're not familiar with who I am, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. Also the founder of Holistic Fitness. Super excited to be here with you tonight. We are also the sun is now in Aquarius energy. What does that actually mean for every one of us? Aquarius energy is about humanity, of the visions that we all have. It's associated, even though it's not a water sign, it is associated with water based on the energy that we hold. And when we think about feng shui, for that matter, water is about our careers. And when you take all of our planets and really dive deeply into our planets, it really is about the career that serves our soul's purpose. What are we doing? Not based on our 9 to 5, but based on our soul's calling to what we're here to do in this lifetime. Kind of curious to know what your soul's calling is. Do you know what that is? So I'm going to dive right into this card reading for you to help you gain some insight to how to clear the energy from your chakra system based on your zodiac sign. I would love to hear your comments in reference to how this lands with you. So you can send those comments to healingwithin76@gmail.com. That is strolling on the bottom there. If you happen to be catching this on Facebook, you can throw your comments right there in Facebook land. I think you could do the same thing with Twitter. Not so sure about YouTube in any case. So I'm going to shuffle up, and we're going to start with Aries. Now, to start off with, now that the sun is in Aquarius energy, that is all about Aries connecting with your community. So you might be more likely to want to socialize, traveling even, getting out there and meeting up with friends, families, and even for that matter, now that Mercury has gone direct, even though it is, yes, in its shadow period, you may even be bumping into some old friends that you haven't seen in a while. So let's see what one chakra you need to work on so you can be in alignment to all this momentum. Love the card for Aries. It's all about new relationships. And yes, now that we are in this amazing energy together with the momentum flowing, you may very well establish a new relationship. You might meet somebody brand new in the reference of getting out there and socializing. Just as Aquarius energy, the root chakra, which is ruled by Aquarius, that's its placement, think about getting grounded. So you can stay focused on renewing relationships, renewing the relationship you have with yourself, a new relationship with yourself. Talking about our numbers 2 and 8. 2 is your partnerships. 8 is that abundance of partnerships, abundance of relationships that you're going to get to experience. Works out to be a 10, which is very well associated to the Capricorn's energy. That when we think about the Capricorn's energy right now, where Pluto is still sitting, it is really about the soul's work that's coming to an end. Maybe some relationships have ended. Maybe your place of work has come to a change, come to a shift, and that itself, you're going to find new relationships at a new job. So that's really powerful for Aries. So pay attention with that 10 energy based on a new way of doing things, new opportunities coming in. But you also have a lot of choices because there's going to be so many opportunities coming in your way. So many new relationships coming in for Aries. I love that. Hello there, Maribel. How are you? I am seeing some people hopping in on Facebook, so you will hear me every now and then say hello to people. So when they do pop in, for those who are popping in on Facebook, if you happen to know your sun, moon, or rising sign, or all three, put them in the comments so I know. So when I get to you, I can share some additional insight personally for you. So I just got finished reading for Aries, which again, you guys are in your 11th house, which is all about your community. This is time for new relationships to come in, and also recognizing that perhaps there's some changes with your job, your 9 to 5, and that you might very well be moving out of that job and meeting new people at a new job. With the help of Pluto being in Capricorn right now, that's very possible. Remembering that Pluto will be transitioning. Just want to grab some notes a second. As I look for my notes, hang in there with me a moment. And then we're going to dive back. So Pluto will be transitioning, entering into Aquarius as of March 23rd. So it's still sitting in Capricorn energy. So for you Aries, note that there could definitely be some changes going on with your job. And that could be the reason why you might be meeting, having, and creating new relationships. All right. As we move into Taurus, just going to write some notes here. Okay. All right. So Taurus, you guys are all about your soul's work. Soul's work. So with Aquarius, the sun in Aquarius energy, this is your soul's work, your soul's calling. Perhaps you might be thinking about diving into your soul's calling, maybe even walking away from the old 9 to 5. And maybe that has happened for you. So your soul's purpose, wanting to really be aligned to that. So for you, quite interesting for you, Taurus, it's about domestic harmony. Now, when this card shows up, the first thing I hear is not just about the home. This is about just having harmony in where you are, in reference to having harmony in your own body. And as Taurus, that makes a lot of sense because the relationship with your body and the domestic harmony with your job that you have as well. Let's talk about that number 22, which is where you are the master builder. You're in the process of building a whole new process, a new whole way of stepping into your soul's calling. And you're going to have a lot of help with your community at this very time. So pay attention to that. You may also be inclined to do some public speaking, sharing what it is you do. That's that throat chakra energy. Sharing your insight and creating a different way of marketing yourself. So perhaps you're even working on your website right now. So pay attention to that. Throat chakra is associated with Mercury's energy, which is still in its shadow period. So if you can, hold off on those big major meetings. But if you can't, dive into it. And if need be, you'll have to just come back and review it a little bit once Mercury's out of its shadow period, which would be more or less by the end of the month. So Taurus, harmony in your body, in your workplace, in your home as well, recognizing that you are definitely working on building a new foundation when it comes to your soul's calling. So this is some big energy coming in for Taurus. All right, as we move into Gemini. Gemini, you may be inclined to want to do some traveling. You may also be inclined to want to take on a study or two, learning something new. It doesn't necessarily have to be traditional school. It could definitely be a course relating to any type of spiritual work, whatever that might be for you. When we think about that ninth house energy, it is about your spiritual wisdom. So you really want to tap into learning something new and connecting with your community to do that. And whether you are feeling the need to actually be on site to do it or you want to do it virtually, either way is good for you for right now. But travel is definitely in the horizon for you, traveling to learn something new. In fact, what I actually just heard was that you definitely want to travel. So this is not going to be an event that you're going to be doing virtually. This is going to be that matter of you traveling. So you're going to actually be leaving your home to go and learn something. Or perhaps you might be the teacher as well. But it's definitely about spiritual wisdom. When we think about spiritual teaching, it could be that you're going to be the teacher or you're going to be the student. But either way, you're traveling to do it. The card that shows up for you Geminis is in reverse, which means you might be a little bit nervous in reference to what is coming in for you in reference to traveling. Know that you must have faith and that there's a reason why you're traveling. And maybe this trip is about literally packing your suitcase and going a distance to travel. But have faith, it's all going to work out for you. 5 and 6, there's a change coming in as you take this travel. That 6 energy is about scheduling your time. If you have not reserved your seat yet on the plane, go make those reservations. It's time to do it. That 5, 6 is 11, which is very much associated with the Aquarius energy, getting out to your community, the collaboration. So it is a big yes, yes to schedule your plane reservation. Everything's going to work for you. Just have faith and know that this is something that's going to bring you a lot of joy as you're in the process of learning something. And I get that this is more about you being the student at this event, not being the teacher. So pay attention to that. There's something big that's going to come from this as you do the traveling. Love that for Gemini. Remember the cards in reverse though. So you might be a little nervous. Maybe you're not familiar in traveling to this new location. All is going to go well. And embrace it with a lot of gratitude. And remember to bring business cards. If you have business cards, if you happen to be a author, publisher, take a few of your books with you and get them out there as well. This is a great time to do some networking at this event. So enjoy and have fun. All right, we're looking at Cancer. So for you Cancers, this is really about it's time to let go of something. It's time to let go. It's time for that transformation to occur. Getting into that new space, new opportunities coming in. Let go of the old ways of whatever it is you're doing and move into something fabulously new. 8 is also about recognizing everything you've achieved up until now that has gotten you where you are. Recognize your achievements, recognize success. Also noting that success is going to be a big part of your energy as the sun is in Aquarius, where it's going to help you to achieve more as you make these transitions. But it's really important to start changing things up in order for you to achieve. There's also in this Aquarius energy for you Cancers, there is definitely a increase in income showing up for you, but you do have to make changes. The income increase is not going to happen if you continue to do what it is you are doing. So pay attention, let go, declutter, and step into the new. It's a transformation coming in for you. So let's see what cards you need to work on in order for this to happen. Interesting card. Health comes here. Now, what I'm hearing with the health for the Cancers, this is really, it's really time to shift gears in reference to the work that you're doing, because it is going to have a major influence on your health right now. So it's really important to pay attention to letting go of whatever that is you're doing that might not be bringing balance into your life, because right now it's really important to have that balance regarding mind, body, and spirit. Getting enough rest, getting to move your body more. After all, when we think of this Aquarius energy, the visionary and the water energy is about movement. So there's got to be more movement in your career so your health can be at its highest peak. Sacral energy is all about, which is so interesting when we think of sacral and Cancer energy, it's where the moon sits and feels really comfortable in. Working on letting go of judgment, guilt, shame, blame even, and feeling more empowered by taking this leap of faith and relocating, shifting, letting things go, and transforming. 33 is our master number. It's the master creator. You are the master creator in what it is you're looking to do. It is now time to start sacrificing other things so you can take care of your health. So moving into that space, that 6, which is the meaning of the 33, is about scheduling time to take care of you. Scheduling time to take care of you. Sacrifice. Put things on hold so you can have better health. So letting go, transforming, and bringing something new in for cancers. And as I mentioned before, this is really about stepping into your confidence. And as you make that transition with your job, this is a perfect opportunity for more money to come in and creating a different environment in regards to as you shift into a different community. Love that for Cancer. All right, we are going to move into Leos. Good old Leos. Now, when we think about Leo energy, this is your energy for the season of Aquarius is associated with the collective energy for 2023. It's about balance. It's about your contracts, your philosophy about marriage regarding what you're married to, being on a spiritual journey, spiritual evolution, quieting down, being in that space to just see when your eyes are closed. It's a magnificent time. Just gonna send a little shout out to Tamara. I think I said her name wrong. Hello, hello. Tamara, you are a Leo. So listen up, my love. Pay attention to what's coming in for you as you go through your spiritual journey during this Aquarius season, meeting new people, collaborating in a different way, really looking for that balance, and really important to spend time quieting yourself down. It's the quiet time is when you're going to gain some insight. So let's see what one chakra you need to work on to clear that energy. Loving it. So for all our Leos out there, this is definitely a time for patience. Because when we are going through a spiritual evolution, spiritual journey, trying to discover who we are, trying to bring the balance back into the specific contracts that we are married to, whether it's a traditional marriage or habits, beliefs, programmings, philosophies, patience is going to be required during this season of Aquarius. Now, the number 4, when we think about that, that's about that balance, but it's also about our home. I speak of home as our shelter, our body, and of course our workplace. 4 is also associated with femininity in regards to what you need to receive, how you need to receive support, what do you need to hear from spirit, what guidance are you looking for, what answers do you want. It's also a perfect time to get that clarity that you are looking for. So that 4 energy is bringing the balance in, that stability, and your overall foundation that you are currently working on. The foundation is really your mind, body, and spirit. So that's a loaded one for you Leos out there. Tamara, I would love to know how that resonated with you. Is it on track with you? Just give me some hearts with some thumbs up, whatever it may be that you have. And remember, for those who are watching this later, know that I am viewing my Facebook page and responding to some of the comments that are showing up. So for you Leos out there, it's about your heart chakra. When we think about that heart chakra, it's about allowing yourself to be in a space of joy. Most of you are going to hear me say that a lot as we're in this amazing energy of Aquarius season. Joy, joy, joy. Enjoy what brings you gratitude into your life. But patience is something you definitely want to practice. And as I always say, based on learning from a dear colleague and mentor of mine that I was introduced to many years ago, never ask for patience, but be thankful for the patience you do have already. So that's Leo energy. I love that. Good old Virgos. I love that it resonates with you, Tamara. I'm hoping I'm saying your name correctly. So Virgos, this is all about your amazing, amazing energy that you're in. It's about scheduling time. Perhaps this could be a great time to get together in group environments regarding group workouts, group meditation circles, group Reiki circles, group sounding bowls events, but lots of groups. Scheduling time to do that because you want to definitely be in connection with people. You want to organize, you want to connect with your own system for you Virgos. So let's see what one card you guys have to know. And I'm loving the fact, oh, two cards came up, but we're going to use the first one. So for you Virgos, change. Change is on its way. Change is on its way. And what do I mean by change is on its way? When you have the opportunity to connect with your community, schedule time to reset your system, to take better care of your health, fitness, and wellness. This is a perfect opportunity for that change. It's also communication with self. What do you need to say to yourself? What affirmations can you use during this Aquarius season that's going to elevate your vibration so your body can feel really good? Your system can feel really good. You can schedule rest time. You can schedule meditation time, your workout time, your friend time, your intimate time. Make those changes. That 5 is all about freedom, change, courageousness, and fun. You want to make whatever it is you're doing fun. Fun is going to be a big thing for you Virgos because it is really about scheduling things in. So you want to have that balance where it's about how you express yourself, about how you have fun. Change, 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 change. Communication is going to be very different as well as you do work on that. Being that we've just gotten out of that Mercury retrograde that's been in Capricorn season, had to bring it in. It's helping you to have a different way of communicating. You're communicating more with your soul's calling, in alignment with that soul's calling. So it's a powerful time for you Virgos out there. So communication is going to be very different as well. Scheduling time to maybe even reboot your computers, reboot your website, doing all of that work to just sort of fix it up. Organization is cool for you too. Decluttering, reorganizing. After all, it is Lunar New Year, which is a great time to sort of get everything back into order. So I'm loving that for Virgos. All right, we are moving into our Libras. If any Libras are watching, let me know. I would love to know how this lands for you. So when we speak about Libras, this is about change. Perhaps you're noticing a change in your community. Perhaps you are in the process of shifting gears. And I've said this a few times earlier to one of the other signs where, again, for the last 3 years, we've been on a, what would I say? I'm going to use the word retreat here. We've all been able to retreat inward. Solitude is what I used earlier. And now here we are in the process of moving forward. Aquarius energy is all about our community, our collaborations. And maybe for you Libras, this is really about change coming in so you can feel more balance within your mind, body, and spirit. Having more adventure and having the freedom you're looking for. But really paying attention to how courageous you need to be for this to happen. The old saying goes, if you really want to change something, you have to be willing to do something different. Otherwise, if you expect change to come through and you're doing the same thing, it's not going to happen so easily. And because we do have all our planets as of right now moving forward, it's going to give a lot of momentum for change to occur. So let's see what we have in store for our Libras. Interesting. Communication. So maybe your communication skills are going to be a little different as well with the help of Mercury going direct. Now, the high heart is about more compassion. Compassion with self, and maybe being in a new community is going to help you see compassion differently. You may meet different people that's going to help you see compassion, help you be more kind, and for that matter, people are going to be kinder to you as well. 1 and 2 is our 3 energy, which again, right back to, let's talk about Mars and Gemini here. Mars is about taking action. Gemini is associated with that 3rd house energy, which is about how you want to communicate as well. How you want to be seen, how you want to be heard. Communication, what is it you need to say? Is there something you want to say, but now you want to say it differently? Which is a big one for Libras. So pay attention to that 3 energy of communication and compassion. So remember that if you are going to speak it as the best way you can so it can come out kindly and with a lot of compassion at the same time. Love that for Libras. All right, we have our Scorpios. So Scorpios, you might be more inclined to want to be in the house. You might want to be more around family. You may want to be, you may also want to feel have a desire to be nurtured, to receive because of the fourth house energy. The Aquarius is gonna help you want to receive more, taking care of yourself, taking care of your body. For you Scorpios, because you do like water, most of you, I'm assuming, this is a great time to get in a bathtub, do some bubble baths, to just allow yourself to be nurtured and allow your loved ones to nurture you as well. So it is a really great time for Scorpios to just engross into the family, your home, your body as well. So let's see. Scorpios, for you, it's about a completion. It's about a completion. So when we think of that, it's really funny because for you Scorpios, I keep getting the sensation right in my heart chakra. So it's quite interesting. When we think about that fourth house, it's also related to the moon energy. The moon's energy, which is also sitting right in the heart chakra too. So there might be some amazing new moon energy that came up for you Scorpios as well. This completion, there's something coming to an end, and it may be the point that nine energy is about travel. So you may have to go traveling to visit a family member in reference to that sensation I keep feeling in my heart. Ending something. It could be just like maybe you had a falling out and maybe it's time to have a conversation about it. I definitely get that this is definitely a strong sense to the feminine energy. So a woman maybe, or even another man where you might just need to be able to have that conversation. So pay attention to that because there's something definitely that's coming to an end, a completion, and lots of traveling here. So you may have to pack your bags to go meet up with a family member and to deal with something that's the matters of the heart, because there's still a lot of sensation going on in my heart chakra. And it is definitely related to new moon energy. So setting some new intentions going forward for you Scorpios. Now let's talk about that sacral energy. This is definitely about an inner child situation, an inner child wound perhaps that you may need to work on. When I'm hearing the traveling could just be about that you need to travel outside, come away from family so you can have some quiet time, so you can release whatever guilt, shame, or judgment that you might be carrying. So there's a loaded one for Scorpios right now. So pay attention to what it is you might need to work on in regards to clearing the energy of your heart, using this new moon to set some new intentions to what you would like to see going forward. And there is movement, which means traveling. So you definitely will be traveling during this Aquarius season to either meet with a family member, to have a conversation. It could just be that you're traveling because there's some new foundation that you're in the process of building as well. Because remember that 4 energy is about your foundation. So there's a lot of insight that's coming up for the Scorpio's energy right now based on that 4. It's about bringing more balance into your life, more harmony, your foundation. Something's definitely coming to an end, and there's definitely some traveling going on here. So I'm loving that for you Scorpios. Let's talk about our Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, this is all about creating, communicating, connections, learning, teaching, speaking. What do you need to speak about? What do you need to speak about? How do you want to show up? Where do you want to meet your community? Excuse me. Let's see, what do we need to know for Sag? Oops, there goes the card. Loving it. Sagittarius, this is a new beginning. So as you move through this way of creating, communicating, teaching and learning. Communication is a really big thing. Mercury definitely has helped you in regards to how you communicate, how you listen when you communicate, when you're listening to someone else share with you. So that new beginning is taking place. Now let's talk about that 10, which is your soul's calling. With the help of Pluto being in Capricorn, this is actually helping you to change up the way you want to communicate, change up the way you want to express yourself, change up the way you want to be seen as well. And when we think about that 3 energy, again, this is about your networking system, your community, your collaboration. So there's some new stuff coming in for that. So it's a perfect time. The chakra associated is the crown. So tap into your intuition. Utilize spirit communication to gain some insight to what is coming in that's new for you in your collaborations, in your soul's calling, in the work that you came here to do, your soul's purpose. There could definitely be some changes occurring with that because, again, Pluto being in that Capricorn, Pluto being in retrograde not too long ago, lots of shifts occurring from that, which could lead to those new beginnings. So really tapping into that crown and connecting with your higher self, loved ones, and angels for some guidance. Spirit communication is big. Also something that you may also be tapping into is some mediumship as well. You may be a medium. You might actually be activating your medium skills. So pay attention to that. New things are coming in for you. Love that for Sagittarius. Good old Capricorn. Capricorn, this is about your partnerships, your relationships, your contracts, your physical material possessions that you do hold on to, your money, of course. And because Pluto is still in your energy right now, getting ready to shift into Aquarius, this is a big time for new partnerships based on your soul's calling. Also coming into new connections, different communities that you'll be working with going forward. So big relationships happening. Seeing yourself in a different view than what you're used to because you have done a lot of work over the last 3 years. So it's a very powerful time. So for you guys, I'm hearing unconditional love. So you might actually have more of that now for yourself, where you give yourself unconditional love, which that also stems out to all of your different partnerships. All of your different partnerships. You are finally in that place where you're no longer judging, feeling ashamed, feeling guilty about anything. You are moving into this beautiful evolutionary system based on that 6 energy. You are in that space of transforming because you have done so much work. Pluto has been in Capricorn for something like 5 to 7 years and finally going to be transitioning into Aquarius energy as of March. So we still have a little time with Pluto being in your sign, but there's so much that you have transformed from. You are in that true space of healing, nurturing, and seeing yourself in that higher evolution, higher frequency, higher vibration. So that's a very powerful card here. You can now let go of any of the energies you've been carrying that may not be serving you anymore. It's time to put it down and create these new relationships and be open to the new people in your community. Be open to you stepping out to your community as well. Lots of time to schedule that unconditional love where you're going to start to feel it. There's no more conditions that you're going to be experiencing. Everyone's going to love you as you are, and you're going to love people just as they are because you've learned so much about the unconditional love process. So I love that for Capricorns. Well, for you Aquariuses out there, happy birthday. This is your new beginning, your rebirth. Besides the fact that, again, this lunar new year, this is your rebirth. This is your space of rejuvenating and renewing who you are. Everything's new. You're seeing things from a fresh pair of eyes. You're ready to go. Opportunities, possibilities is where you're at And when we think of this amazing energy, where when we think of your foundation, um, we think of Saturn in Aquarius right now, which is going to be shifting into Pisces as of March 7th, 8th. So your structures change. There's so many changes for you right now, which is so amazingly, amazingly beautiful. And we also have Venus in your sign right now of Aquarius until I believe February 11th. And then Venus will also be moving out into Pisces. So lots of new things coming in for you, Aquarius. Let's see what one chakra you have to work on to really benefit. This one showed up earlier and now it's showing up again. So because you are in this new space, new opportunities, new beginnings, because it's your birthday month, this is all about new relationships as well. This is a perfect time that if you are looking to get into a relationship, get out there and socialize. If you're already in a relationship, perhaps that relationship is going to go to a next level. If you're already married, you might decide that it's time to renew your vows. New relationship, new way of seeing yourself. That 10 energy. It's your soul's calling, but it's also about everything you've achieved in the last, think about it, the last 12 years. So really start to take note of what you've achieved, your success, your fame, your accomplishments. Where you can get, the vision I have right now is that you're sitting in a rocking chair and rocking back and forth and just being really proud of everything you've accomplished up until now. And all the greatness that's coming in because there's new opportunities. When we talk about the root chakra, yes, it's very much associated with your sign. It's really important for you to be grounded during this time because there's so much coming in now that we have all these planets moving forward, a lot of momentum. So very important to stay grounded, focus, and visualize your deepest desires and where you want to go going forward after all this amazing energy is going your way. So I'm loving this card. And remember that 0 reminds you that there's choices, lots of possibilities coming in. You don't have to say yes to all of them because you can say yes to some of them and you can say yes and no to some of them as well. Want to give a shout out to Angie, that just popped in. Loving to see you here. I am currently reading for the Aquarius. If you are popping in right now and I have read your sign, you may have to definitely come back and rewatch to find out what your zodiac sign is and what the forecast is for you to help you move forward into this amazing energy. Back to our card, that 28. Again, this is your soul's calling card. And let me know what sign you are, Angie. You can put that in the comments, and I'll let you know if I've read for you already. I am currently at Aquarius. We're moving right into Pisces in a short second or two, just concluding for our Aquarius energies. After all, that's where the sun is right now. Lots of amazing energies for our Aquarius. And again, happy birthday to you, Aquarius. Enjoy this energy. Enjoy your rebirth. Love that. Oh, you're a Libra. So yes, you're definitely going to have to come back and check out what I said and what your forecast is. But for now, hang in there. And remembering that we're not just focusing on our sun energy, you can also be focusing on your moon and rising sign. And if you know what that is, put that in the comments too. So this way here, I know that you know what your sun, moon, and rising sign are. Yes, go back later and watch. For now, just listen. And of course, you can apply all these zodiac signs to every planet on your chart, which makes it even more exciting. In fact, a funny note before I go into Pisces to conclude, my nephew, several months ago, when I had given him his forecast, he applied, well, I don't think I gave him his forecast. He actually listened to one of my lives, and he applied the cards that were given for that day to every planet on his chart. And he was quite thrilled and excited to know how much work he had to do, because when you really do apply the cards that are showing up, so if you happen to be Aries, sun, moon, rising, maybe you have Aries in your Chiron, maybe you have Aries in Pluto, you can apply that card to those signs as well and utilize that energy to help you. So it's not just necessary for sun, moon, rising, those are your major elements, you could really get wild about this and take each card that shows up based on your planets and do a lot of work. After all, that's what it's all about anyway. Really is about that chakra color that shows up and how much work we all do really need to work on. On an average day, most of us, if not all of us, have at least one or two chakras that do need our attention, because it's very rare that all 7 or 8 of our chakras are perfectly aligned. And that doesn't matter who you are. We all have at least 1 or 2 chakras that need our attention. Sometimes the chakra can be too open, and that too can create a lot of overwhelmness where the energy is just shooting in, and that can be overwhelming. All right, our final zodiac sign, Pisces. So for you Pisces, and this one holds close to me because it's my sun sign, although Aquarius is my moon sign, and when I read for Cancer, it's my rising sign. So when we talk about Pisces, you guys are in your final stages. You're in your 12th house. It's really about tying up your loose ends, getting to that point where you're trying to figure things out and put a bow on it or put it in the bag and throw it out. You're going to be very, 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 very much in tune with your psychic abilities, your intuition. You're going to be more inclined to want to get out to your community, to connect because of things coming to an end. So you might be walking away from different places, peoples, and things. That's just what it is. So you're making space for the new things to come in. I love that for Pisces. So let's see what one card Pisces needs to know to help them transition to this 12th house energy. And when we think of the 12th house energy for our Pisces, we think about the process of all 12 zodiac signs, because that's really what Pisces is all about. We carry the energy of every zodiac sign because we're the 12th house. And I speak we because that's my sun sign. So there's a lot of work Pisces are going to be doing in reference to closing things up, closing the deals, signing contracts, collaborations. It's an amazing time, especially when we talk about Pisces, as both Venus and Saturn will eventually be moving into Pisces. So for example, Venus is going to be moving into Pisces on February 11th, not too far off. It's an amazing time for Pisces, where it's going to be in that Venus energy. And then when Saturn moves into when Saturn moves into Pisces, it's going to be an amazing opportunity for Pisces to really gain the ability to have boundaries. Now, in theory, Saturn doesn't really like to be in Pisces energy, and Pisces doesn't like to have Saturn there because Pisces are really free-minded. They're intuitive. They're I hate to say it like this, but they're flaky because they're always in their dream state, especially for those Pisces that are moon and also rising signs. So it's going to be an interesting time, but definitely something needed because, again, having boundaries is so extremely important. So for every one of you who are watching, whether you're watching with me live on the replay, I want you to take a look at where Saturn is on your chart. What sign is Saturn in? And what house is Saturn in? Because that's going to really help you understand what Saturn is helping you with. Saturn, again, as I've mentioned, it's all about our boundaries. It's about our foundation. It's about our structure. And depending on where it sits in your zodiac sign, it is going to help you really understand what you're going through and the process that's taking place. So let me pull that card for Pisces. What do Pisces need to know? Pisces. Loving this card for Pisces. And it's so interesting because I think it's the first time this color is showing up out of all the 12 cards. Success. So yes, Pisces, it's happy for me to be able to announce this and let you know this success is definitely on its way. So if you Pisces have been struggling or just overwhelmed by different things that have been going on, it's success time. You are definitely going to be in success. Your community is going to be helping you with that as you tie up those loose ends. And again, let go of people, places, and things that's not serving your purpose, you're going to start to have more success come in. That eight energy is about letting go and stepping into some new things and a major transformation. Remember that eight energy, eighth house is associated with the Scorpio house, but also Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. So when we talk about that Pluto energy, it's about the transformation. Ask yourself as a Pisces, what has changed for you? What has decayed? What has died off for you? Now I know for me, a lot has changed. It's literally 4 months today since I've closed my storefront, my brick and mortar of 21 years. So I'm doing business very differently. And it has been an interesting journey in the last 4 months in regards to seeing things very different in regards to the way I do business. So it's nice to know that there's definitely success on its way. So if you're a Pisces, I would love to know, what transformation have you experienced with the help of Pluto helping you die things off? And of course, that's Saturn energy as well. So yellow, it's all about trusting that whatever is happening for you, and there's a reason why it's happening. You must go through this transition. You must be ready to tap into your intuition. After all, Pisces, you are the most intuitive sign there is out of all the 12 zodiac signs. You feel everything, you feel everyone, because you're intuitive. So trust this process and trust that success is definitely on its way. And what I'm going to ask for all of you Pisces out there is just to hold your hands out in the upright position, palms upward, being ready to receive the success that's coming in. So I'm loving that. Work on your solar plex, because if you are still feeling a little resistant, this is a good time to work on that solar plex energy. Wear yellow when you can. From what I just learned yesterday, that with this amazing Lunar New Year, yellow is one of its power colors, in addition to, of course, the red energy. And I was also told that blue and green are also highlighted for the Lunar New Year as well. So we have lots of colors working here. But for you Pisces, work on your gut intuition. Work on that solar plex. Work on feeling worthy to receive the success. Let go of old habits. Let go of what doesn't serve you. Make space for the new and get ready for your transformation. As you are in that space of the 12th house of tying it all up, and pay attention to your dreams. The dreams are going to bring you some amazing information that's going to help you. And just be ready. Get ready for your birthday month as it to come. All right. Just want to check out some of the comments that are showing up. We have Angie, who says she's a moon Virgo. Moon Virgo, beautiful. So hopefully you go back and listen to what it is all about, the moon's energy for Virgo. And you also have Sun and Libra, which we already know that. Awesome. Yes. Definitely want to, again, check out your zodiac sign. If you do not, your zodiac sign, check out your natal chart. And if you don't have your natal chart, to get a free one, you can go over to astro.com. That's one of my favorite and easiest charts out there to really read. And if you really want to learn more about your natal chart and how it really helps you, as I truly believe it is your GPS, along with your numerology, personal energy, your number, they all come together and help you to really discover who you are and better understand the journey you are on. If you would love to learn more about your astrology, feel free to reach out. I currently am offering a astrology course. We are on the 5th week, and as soon as the course comes to completion, that course will be available based on a independent study. And if you would love to learn about it and take advantage of that independent study, all you need to do is reach out. You can email healingwithin76@gmail.com. You're watching through Facebook, you could just let me know through Facebook, send me a message. Or if you want to dive into the actual on-hands course, as we are on our 5th week, you can definitely do that, and you'll just have to catch up, and that's fine too. So either way, reach out if you want to learn more about your astrology, so you can use your astrology chart to really gauge on what's going on for you day to day for all reasons, whether it's for your business, your health, your wealth, your relationships, travel, whatever it is. Your astrology chart is your GPS. Your personal energy, your number is also your GPS. And maybe what I'll do sometime this week is I will do a live on our personal energy, your numbers. So if anyone's interested in doing that, you can join me in a group on Zoom, and we can really get a little personal and dive into some amazing insight there. But with all that being said, we are just about 55 minutes, 11 minutes into this. I am going to call it a night. I would love to know how your cards landed. What chakras will you be working on? Remember that you're going to be applying each of the cards associated to sun, moon, and rising. And if you really want to have fun, go and check out your astrology chart and look at all the zodiac signs for each planet and see what work you need to do. Remember, the whole purpose here is to really work on your chakra system, clear out the energy. Meditation is always a great way to clear out the energies, and know that, again, Aquarius is all about the visionary. It's the clarity you're going to be gaining during the season. And know that we are in the age of Aquarius, which means that once Pluto does go enter into Aquarius on March 23rd, there's going to be some major evolutions taking place with our communities. And remember, we are in this together. We're collaborating with one another. And there is no such thing as I in this energy, as it's all about we. The only I part of this is what you need to do individually so you can hold space for your community. All that being said, I look forward to next time. I will bring this to you again as the sun enters into Pisces. But for now, enjoy Aquarius season. Again, happy Lunar New Year. Until next time, bye-bye for now. And remember to feel free to send your comments, your questions. Let me know how this landed with you to healingwithin76@gmail.com. Bye-bye for now.